Okay, it's filming. I don't know if I'll log it. I feel like I'm not in the frame. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maritza. If you don't know, now you know. If you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. There are a good amount of percentage of you that aren't subscribed and watch my videos. So if you're already watching my videos, why don't you just might as well subscribe. Make sure to subscribe, and if you're watching my videos, thank you for watching my videos. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I mentioned to you guys in a post that I was going to be answering some questions. So you guys went ahead and asked me some questions, so I'm going to go ahead and answer them. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with this question. First question is, how did you get into MMA? Good question. So I got into MMA, well, yeah. So I got into boxing first, and then I eventually got into MMA. I got into boxing when I was 15. So it all happened because my sister's husband, shout out AB, my coach, he was doing his coaching in their garage, and I was like, you know what, I want to try it. I'm gonna give it a shot. So I just remember training in a tiny garage. I was more into the boxing because I do remember doing like a few like MMA stuff, but I wasn't really into it, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyway, so I started training there, and then eventually like he opened up his business, so we switched to there. Yeah, that's how I started training. Which leads me to the next question, which is what made you decide to start fighting? Also, real quick, this question is from Brent and Justin. Shout out to you because you are always commenting positive things on my content, and I appreciate it, so thanks. But what made me start fighting? So it wasn't until when I went to go watch some cage fights for the first time. And this was with AB as well. We watched some cage fights, and I don't know, just the energy being in there, the audience, like watching people like go at it was just like fascinating to me. And it was like, I could just feel like a different type of energy. And I just remember being so amazed and being like, I want to do that. Like, I want to try that. That's so cool. Like, I can be in there. I can do that too. So I just remember bringing it up to him after that and being like, hey, I want to do that. I want to fight. And I just remember him being like, are you sure it's not a game? And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I'll train and I'll have my first fight or whatever. And yeah, so I had my first amateur fight. He supported me through it. That's how I got into MMA. And that's how I started fighting too. The rest is history. Okay, next question. What has been your motivation to keep training? That's a good question too, because I feel like when I have motivation, because for one, you're not always gonna have motivation. It's more so about discipline. But when I do have motivation, I feel like there's a lot of things that come into play with that. For me personally, I think about my future and what I want in my future and what I can achieve. So that motivates me. My family motivates me. You know, I want to do big things. I want the people around me to be successful as well. My family, my closest friends, the ones that have been there since day one. Like, I want to live a good life with them. Because honestly, motivation comes and goes. It's not always going to be there. So even like when I don't feel even when I don't feel motivated, the work is always put in no matter what. So yeah, if you're lacking motivation and you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, just go do it. There's no secrets. Okay, so let's see, next question. What else do we got here? Okay, ever had a fight that felt like you lost and the judges gave you the decision? No. It's actually been the opposite for me in my amateur fights. There's been maybe a few amateur fights, maybe like 2 or 3, I want to say. I lost by split decision. I felt like I won everyone else around me felt like I had won, and they had given it to the other opponent. That sucks. If it were in the pros, I'd be, it's different. Like amateurs, you get to experience and whatnot, but like when you're a pro fighter and like you're getting paid, like this is your living, that would suck. And I've seen that in fights too, where like I'm like, oh yeah, this person for sure won, and then they give it to the other person and everyone else in the arena is like, what? I don't know, the judges, like, you obviously cannot leave it to the judges. Like, I think that's a big thing. But sometimes the fights go to distance. What you eat in a day? What do I eat in a day? It honestly depends if I'm in fight camp or if I'm not in fight camp. I could do a whole video just based off of that. Definitely do a video based on that. When I'm in fight camp, obviously I try to eat lean protein, like veggies, greens, oatmeal for carbs, avocado for carbs, like only good carbs. A lot of tuna, fish, salmon, steak, chicken, white rice. The list goes on and on. When I'm not in fight camp, I'll eat everything and anything. Not anything. I take that back. Yeah, I really like sushi, tacos, Mexican food, pasta, you name it, everything. I'll eat it all. Yeah, if you guys want to see a video of me doing a what I eat in the day during fight camp, comment down below and I'll do that. Who's your favorite sparring partner? Got a lot of favorites. I don't think I can name one. Shout out to Tina. She's my training partner, really good training partner. She's a really good sparring partner for me to go with because she goes hard all the time. Shout out to Cody. Cody's always helping me out too. If y'all watch my videos, thank you. Who else? I got Jan. Yeah, I can't pick one. I can't pick one. There's too many. Do you read Ja Elliott's book? Oh, I don't. I'll have to look into that. I honestly need more recommendations for books. Let me know what you guys be reading, because I like to read like self-help books, fiction, and then I'll be reading the Bible too. So yeah, let me know what you guys like to read. No, I haven't read his books. I'm assuming it's a guy, but I'll look into it for sure. Would you ever consider a career in WWE or sports entertainment? I don't think I've ever thought about that. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, maybe. I'm open-minded. If the money's there, then yeah, for sure. I don't know that if I would enjoy it. I guess I would never know until I try it, right? I'm open to it. Sure, why not? Did you delete Snapchat? No. I honestly, Snapchat I stopped using like years ago because I was like, I'm outgrown from this app. I don't use it anymore. Then recently, like, I heard that like you can make really good money off of it. So I was like, I still had my account. I had just deleted the app. So I re-downloaded it recently and I've been trying to use it a little bit more here and there. No, I don't know how I feel about Snapchat, honestly. But no, I did not delete Snapchat. Explain your journey to where you are now. Example, first Ami fight, first gym, first martial art you train. Okay, yeah, so my journey. I've had a long journey. It feels like a long journey. Yeah, just going back to like, I started training in the garage when I was 15. First gym I officially trained at, AB's Dragon House gym. Mainly a boxing gym, but also, again, my coach AB was doing MMA as well. And then I had my first amateur fight when I was 18. I had just turned 18. And when I first started training, it wasn't like I took it super serious. When I tell you I first started training, like it was just a hobby. It was just for fun. I wasn't like wanting to fight, I guess you could put it. I had 11 amateur fights, which seems like a decent amount of fights, but I honestly wish that I was able to had gotten more experience. It was really hard getting fights. I did not have the best record. I had 5 wins and 6 losses. Yeah. I'm very thankful, honestly, to have had it that way, because I feel like that really pushed me to who I am now as a fighter. I feel like I'm rambling right now, but I'm just trying to explain my whole journey, just to show you that like I was 5-6 as an amateur, and then now as a pro I'm like 6-1, 6 wins in a row. A few years after I had my amateur fight, I started training at jiu-jitsu gym, Felipe Bragiao's gym, and I started training in the gi and without the gi, so it was like a whole different field for me. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I have to get my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu and everything, because I feel like my first couple amateur fights, I had no wrestling whatsoever, no jiu-jitsu. That eventually helped me in the long run. Then I would say, I think I was 21 or 20 when I had my first pro fight. After that, I made the switch to also join Team Alpha Male in Sacramento, and I feel like that opened up a lot for me too. High level training, a lot of knowledge, good coaches, training partners, sparring partners. This is another fun fact, I never had any sparring throughout all my amateur fights. Yeah, and that's because like I was always the only fighter at my first gym that I had, and so I never really had like any sparring. And after my first pro fight, it was just like win streak, 6 wins in a row, going on to 7. That's been my MMA journey. It's been cool, it's been hard, it's been a journey for sure. So I got a lot of these questions, y'all. When will your next fight take place? When is your next fight? Próxima pelea. Why don't you fight in combate no more? So, I'm not gonna go into detail, but I'll just say that I haven't fought in over a year, about a year and a month. I'll just say that it's been out of my control, injury free, and you know, things happen, life happens for whatever reason. Like, I just kind of had to roll with it and take it. It sucked, but I have a fight coming up real soon. I cannot announce the date just yet. Just know that I have a fight, I have an opponent, I have a date, and I'm super excited. I'm super happy that I get to be back real soon. So yeah, I've been in fight camp for the last few weeks. Feels like the longest time because, you know, I've been staying ready all year, and I'm super excited to go back out there, showcase all my skills, what I've been working on with my team, my training partners, my coaches. Like, I'm just so excited. I'm gonna be announcing my fight date real soon, so just keep in touch with me on my socials and stuff. That way you guys cannot miss it. Last question I'm gonna answer for today. When are you gonna switch over to One Championship or UFC or Bellator? For one, I think Bellator's done. The next step out of this next fight, I don't know yet. I just know that I am ready for a big stage, and whatever happens will happen. God's plan. I'm just worried on this next and upcoming fight. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if I didn't get to answer your question, I'm sorry. I can do another part 2 later on, maybe a more personal Q&A where you guys ask me more things about my life and not just my fighting stuff. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for those who asked me questions for me to answer. Like this video, subscribe, and make sure you guys go follow my socials. I will have the links down below. See you guys in my next video. Bye.